Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about alkylating agents. So if you see the mechanism of action of these alkylating agents, these agents undergo intramolecular cyclization and they will form the carbonium ion intermediates. They will undergo cyclization and they form carbonium ion intermediates which will attack the DNA and they will transfer the alkyl groups of DNA. They will transfer the alkyl groups of DNA, most commonly N7 of guanine, and this will result in mispairing of guanine with thymine. This causes mispairing of guanine with thymine instead of cytosine, and this will also open the imidazole ring of guanine, and this will also open the imidazole ring of guanine, and thus this will result in abnormalities in the cell, causing cell death, because they will attack the DNA and they will transfer the alkyl groups of DNA, and thus because of the transfer alkyl groups of the DNA there will be mispairing of the base pairs, and thus the DNA will break down and thus it will result in cell death. Then if the cell skips the checkpoint, then in such cases this will result in development of secondary carcinomas. Most common secondary carcinoma which developed is leukemia, especially AML is the most common secondary carcinoma which is developed. Then we have maximum risk of secondary carcinomas is seen in probenecid. Probenecid has maximum risk of secondary carcinoma, and maximum susceptibility is present at G1 to S phase. Then if you see the classification of alkylating agents, so in the classification first we have nitrogen mustards. The nitrogen mustards include, we have cyclophosphamide. Nitrogen mustards include, we have cyclophosphamide, drugs like cyclophosphamide, ifosfamide, meclorethamine, melphalan, and we have chlorambucil, bendamustine, arsine. These are nitrogen mustards. Bendamustine. Then we have the next group of alkylating agents which is nitrosoureas, which include carmustine, lomustine, semustine. So these are actually lipid soluble and these are used in brain tumor. Then we have the drug streptozocin. This streptozocin is used in pancreatic carcinoma and also it is used in carcinoid tumor. Then the next group of drugs are acting by, these alkylating agents act by methylation or triazine. That is, these include, we have dacarbazine. Dacarbazine causes Hodgkin's lymphoma. Dacarbazine is used in Hodgkin's lymphoma. It is used in malignant melanoma. Then dacarbazine is also used in neuroblastoma. Then we have the drug procarbazine. Procarbazine is used in Hodgkin's lymphoma, and also it is also used in disulfiram reaction, disulfiram like reaction. Then we have temozolomide. This temozolomide is the drug of choice in brain tumor. Temozolomide is drug of choice in brain tumor. Then we have miscellaneous alkylating agents like busulfan in CML, and the side effects of busulfan are, it causes pulmonary fibrosis and it also causes renal insufficiency. Then one more miscellaneous alkylating agents are, these include altritamine, and these also include thiotheta, altritamine and thiotheta. Next important drug is nitrogen mustards. If you see the nitrogen mustards, the first drug is cyclophosphamide. This cyclophosphamide is a prodrug. cyclophosphamide. This cyclophosphamide is a prodrug and it is activated by hepatic biotransformation to aldophosphamide. Now this cyclophosphamide undergoes hepatic biotransformation to aldophosphamide and it is degraded in acrolein. Then next important thing is cyclophosphamide will also get converted to aldophosphamide and acrolein. This acrolein is mainly used in hemorrhagic cystitis. Acrolein causes hemolytic cystitis. Cyclophosphamide gets converted to aldophosphamide and acrolein. Acrolein causes side effect of hemorrhagic cystitis, so it is used in the treatment of vigorous hydration. Then the drug mercaptoethane sulfonic acid or Mesna can also be used in the treatment of hemorrhagic cystitis. Side effects of cyclophosphamide include cardiac dysfunction, pulmonary toxicity, and it can also cause it can also cause SIADH. Then we have uses of cyclophosphamides include cyclophosphamide is used in breast carcinoma, ovarian carcinoma, leukemia, pediatric solid tumors, like it is used in Wilms tumor and neuroblastoma. Then this is also used in Wegener's granulomatosis and it is used in myasthenia gravis. It is used in Wegener's granulomatosis, myasthenia gravis, inflammatory bowel disease, rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. These are the important uses of cyclophosphamide. Then we have ifosfamide. Ifosfamide also gets converted to chloroacetaldehyde and acrolein. Okay, now this acrolein causes side effect of hemorrhagic cystitis, whereas chloroacetaldehyde causes side effect of nephrotoxicity and neurotoxicity. This ifosfamide has side effects similar to cyclophosphamide and it is used in osteosarcoma and also it is used in testicular carcinomas. Then the next important group of drugs are so these are important things about ifosfamide. Then the next important drug is meclorethamine. Okay, this meclorethamine is actually used in Hodgkin's disease. Meclorethamine is used in Hodgkin's disease. Then the drug is melphalan. Melphalan is used as drug of choice for multiple myeloma. Then the drug chlorambucil and bendamustine. Now this chlorambucil is used in chronic lymphocytic leukemia and bendamustine is used in drug resistant chronic lymphocytic leukemia and Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Then the next group of drugs, if you see, these are nitrosoureas. The next important group of drugs are nitrosoureas. These nitrosoureas include number 1 carmustine, iomustine and also semustine. This carmustine, iomustine and semustine are highly lipid soluble drugs which will cross the blood-brain barrier, and these are used in the treatment of brain tumor like glioma. They are used in the treatment of brain tumor like glioma. The side effects of these nitrosoureas are they cause delayed neutropenia. Then the drug streptozocin will destroy the beta cells of pancreas and this streptozocin is used in islet cell tumors. And this streptozocin also causes minimum bone marrow toxicity. Then we have third group of drug which is trienes. These trienes include, if you see these trienes, these include, first we have dacarbazine. This dacarbazine is used in Hodgkin's lymphoma. This dacarbazine is used in Hodgkin's lymphoma, it is used in malignant melanoma, and it is also used in neuroblastoma. Dacarbazine is used in Hodgkin's lymphoma, malignant melanoma, and neuroblastoma. Procarbazine is the most leukemiogenic drug. It causes leukemia, and it also causes side effects like disulfiram like reaction with alcohol, and it also causes CNS side effects like hypnosis and vivid dreams are caused by procarbazine. Then the next important drug here is temozolide. Then this temozolide is actually the drug of choice for brain tumor. Then the last topic in this last group of drugs in this nitrogen mustards are alkyl sulfonates. This includes the drug busulfan. Busulfan causes side effects like adrenal insufficiency. It causes pulmonary fibrosis. It causes skin pigmentation has side effect, and it also causes hyperuricemia has side effect. So these are the important points about the nitrogen mustards. Thank you for watching.